All right, boom. So now we get to I love energy. That's my that's my go-to right now. That's the only thing that I'm looking at as far as the market. Like I'm even into the energy, like I'm even slowing down with the futures. I'm really looking for this energy setup. So I already put here, this was 6 days ago. Here's how I'm approaching energy right now. I'm not chasing strength. I'm waiting for pullbacks and confirmation. If I had 2K dedicated to the setup, this is how I'd structure it. SLB January 2027 $50 leap for upside and leverage. XLE shares for stability and diversification, and cash on the side for re-entries. SLB gives me momentum when services catch up. XLE gives me broad exposure and dividends while I wait. Different jobs, same thesis. Right now, I'm watching for a pullback into $46 to $48 zone. Ideally, closer to $44 to $46 if the market gives it. I want price to come back into structure and let the moving average catch up before I enter. Um, I thought I went more into depth with that. Did I? Thought I did. Um, so yeah, again, the lives will now be on YouTube. So it's easier to access, but I will still have my lives on Zoom still. It's just more like that's more like the lives on the Zoom will be more personal because y'all could we could like talk a lot and stuff like all at once. But did you know that Martin Luther King wasn't the only one in his family taken too soon? His mother, Alberta King, was assassinated inside her church in 1974, 6 years after her son was killed. His brother, Alfred Daniel King, also died under mysterious circumstances in 1969, just 15 months after Martin Luther King's assassination. Three lives, one family, one movement. Knowing our history help us understand the cost of progress and the strength it takes to keep moving forward. And I'm so pro black. Um, Moment of silence will do for that beautiful family. I mean, I love my people. All right, so I did do one. So boom, energy is back from the dead. This is my defense. Sector rotation is real. This is a value market, not a growth market. Meaning, your Nvidias, your Palantirs, and those runners, they're not going to be running. Um, Energy was left for dead for years. Nobody wanted oil. Nobody wanted XLE. Meanwhile, big money was building. Oil was in the 3 year bear market. Capex cut, sentiment crushed, media wrote it off. And now I love the environment we're in because Trump, he just likes pump faking with these wars. So oil is going to be very volatile. That's how bottoms form. Now look at XLE multi-year resistance. It finally broke. That's not random. That's institutions re-rating the sector. Rotation 101. Money leaves crowded trades and flows into neglected value. That's what's happening. Growth had its run, multiple expansions, speculation, and hype. That shit just kept running when I thought it was going to fall like 2 years ago. It just kept running. Now it's about cash flow. It's about dividends. It's about real assets. It's about pricing power. So now you're in real trading territory. Now you'll be able to know if you're actually good at trading, and if you're not good at trading, now you'll be able to actually learn and adapt to becoming a better trader. We're not late. We're early in the next cycle. Now comes the patient part. Market will pull everything back. It always does. That's when we hunt. No chasing, no FOMO. Wait for structure. Wait for discounts. Then snipe. Stay focused. Um. So then now we pull up our XLE. So I post. So I think I shared it on the Zoom. That was the sixth. It was the fifth. So So boom. So this is when we seen XLE. So it's been running. And then someone asked me, they told me about like how XLE was running, and I forgot the exact comment, but basically, should we jump in, or I don't know. I don't want to say that they said that, but it was something along that line, and I was just telling them like, I'm still waiting, but I'm watching now, because a lot of people would have just got in because it broke, but I'm not going to get in here and resistance is here, because what if we reject that? And now I'm I know once we gapped up, everybody's going to chase it now. I'm definitely not getting in. So now I'm gonna show you what I said. Uh, so I made this post. So before we broke it, we was already made the post on here. So if you don't got your notifications on, set them, because I post a lot on here, and this really could help. Not chasing land structure. Come to me. Plan still the same. XLE shares. SLB $50 call. Praying XLE don't leave me and give the retest. So boom, it gapped up. So I made this. That was a nice gap up. I'm watching the XLE closely. If you already jumped in, you're up. I salute you. If you didn't, that simply means you practice restraint and discipline, which outperforms early gains. We wait for the break and retest. Trust the process. Don't force entries, and don't chase tops. Institutions know retail gets emotional and FOMO's in late. We stay focused. We stay patient and let price come to us. The watching zones is $53.75 before sizing in light. A great pullback will be $51.70, and an excellent pullback will be $49.90. Pullback still low, and that's why I've been saying 2 weeks. Um, Calm trading, smart positioning, stay focused. So now $53.75, $53.75 before sizing in light. So now we look where our 5 day moving average is, and it's no coincidence, it's right on my resistance. And this is a fib that I use. I'm sharp with the fibs. It's just you just gotta know like your structure. That's all it is. And I decided when it's at all time highs, I don't want to chart resistance because I can't. So I just put my fib on and I leave my fib on, and it's going to tell me my targets. So it's no coincidence that our 5 day is now at $53.72. We wanted $53.75. We're currently at $53.95. If we would have chased this stock at $55, we would have been down. Um, yeah, we would have been down. So this is why we stay patient. And right here, we going in light only shares though. If it was options, I would not have got in on this. It would have to come down to this 10. So because XLE, I'm going to take advantage of these dividends and stuff. I'm going to stay on this play. I'm gonna capture this whole cycle. I'm gonna be holding this for 2 years, 3 years, maybe. Um, C dot, what up? Full port gold. Okay. All right, do your thing. Um, he's gonna full port gold while he loses everything. That's Jeremiah. He just loves playing, right? That's Jeremiah.
He's about to buy some Enron.
It's about some full port gold. All right, go right ahead. That shit gonna hurt your chest. If y'all have any questions, I'll drop the link right now. Um, I do talk a lot. I didn't mean to do that. Uh, so XLE, probably when we get off of here, I'm probably gonna. Of course, I'm gonna let y'all know if I enter for shares. If I enter with my lease, I'm gonna let y'all know, and it's gonna have a stop loss on it for sure. So I'm sorry. Um, I put stop loss on everything, even my scalps. I'm putting a stop loss on it for real. Um, you can get smoked fast. Say Trump just out of nowhere decides to bomb somewhere that we fucking never thought he would even bomb, you're gonna get cooked. So I'd rather just get triggered out, kicked out the play. So XLE looks like we'll be entering that play light today, and I'm excited. I've been waiting to get an XLE. Um, so SLB will be confirmed once XLE is confirmed. See, I wouldn't get an SLB right. Like, not that I don't like it, but it's not ready yet. And I'm okay with that. The more that it consolidates, the better for me. As long as I know that we're starting to break out of, let me see, where's the other one? Oh, we're gonna look at OIH. But as long as I know that we're starting to break up, that's cool. I like this candle right here. So it's letting me know oil's back. Um, Now we just waiting for XLE energy to confirm it. Once energy confirms it, our shares start going crazy. Then we look at SLB chart. Then we see SLB running. Now we jump in SLB. Now we got our leaps to get that money, and then we got our passive income coming in with the XLE. So this I'm looking SLB. I haven't really talked about yet because my moving average is rolling over. So I'm just waiting right now because it could just I don't know where it's gonna go yet, and it's probably just gonna go to $49.60 and just sit there and keep doing what it's doing, ranging until energy proves itself. So that's XOM. So we did XOM, SLB. I'm not gonna talk too much about. Yeah, it's not ready yet, and XLE, and then we have OIH. So look at this. Why I say energy's back from the dead. So look at the oil. It's been in the 3-year bear market. So look, we're gonna try and get the top. So the top for this 3-year bear market was here. I put on the body of the candles. I took the high and the high was here. But I want it on the body, so I'll put it right on the body of the candle. And I do that so you'll see that's me getting as close as possible to where resistance should be at. But resistance, we don't know if resistance is resistance until it proven that it's resistance. But then as you can see, we get this wick right here that touched it and it fell. Whenever you see a wick that's touching right off your line, that's all the confirmation you need. So then we come over here and we can see we broke under here a long time ago. So really, so 2018 was this resistance. Golly. So we just broke a 8-year because now we broke above here. It was just 3 years last week, but now we just broke an 8-year cycle. That tells you something right there. This is OIH ETF. Um, so this was my original one that I was gonna buy shares with. This was the original one. I think I'm still gonna get some exposure to it. Take the ETF and then I'll have the services SLB and then the XLE the energy. This gonna pull back though. It's under my 5-day. My 5-day is extended, and my short-term moving average is still down here. Healthy pullback, probably. Um, but yeah, it just broke an 8-year resistance. That's major, and so we targeting up here. That's this is about to go on a crazy run. Um, I'm definitely got to get exposure to this because my targets for this will be if we broke the 435 area, this shit is going to take off. After 435, I'm looking at that 585. Then I'm looking at 852. Then I'm looking at money. 1100, 1400, few shares of that. Right now, that's going to be a good play right there. So that's OIH. And then what else we had? CVX, Chevron. We just That last zoom just had some bangers. This is Chevron. I said this is what it's likely to do. This is a bull flag that I was drawing right here. Retest, 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 retest. And that's what it looked like it's doing. We got our rejection right there off our fib. That's right on the cent. Perfect. Perfect. And then we'll probably come down here for the retest. And why is that? Because we're breaking retest traders, or should. This was resistance. We couldn't break that. Why is it that when we finally break it, you think it's a good time to jump in? It's not. You're going to become liquidity like over here. And they got smoked. And they're out there more than likely not in the play no more. Or they're really down a lot. Even though you came back up here, this isn't futures. You have Greeks on here, so theater, and you have a whole bunch of stuff that's working against you. So when you dropping down, you're not continue going up. It's hurting you with the options like consolidation. That's why after the half of the second part of 2025, after we passed summer, I stopped messing with options because it was consolidation season. Um, I don't want no parts of that. But now we just gonna see if we hold this resistance. Now we want to see if resistance became support. And then this thing will take off. Um, this oil, Chevron, Devon, energy. So Devon looks good too. This the weekly. My lower moving average, we're still below our 200 on the weekly, which is never good, but it's starting to look good. We got our lower moving average starting to rise up. We recaptured the 100 day, which is a good sign, and we're holding up here. And we got momentum. This is a nice candle. Now we just need our 200 to flatten out. The more you kick a door, the looser the hinges get. So we'll eventually break above that. Um, the daily looks nice. We're just getting a nice pullback to the 10, probably come down here. And it's no coincidence that the 10 is right here at the gap fill. So you'll come down here at like $41.60, fill in that gap and go up. I don't care about I don't trade, I don't look at gaps. There's people that have that setup where they really like pay attention to it. That's shocked Talisha and them. They're really good. I know my setup and I know it's not for me. Um that's not for me. That I'm intelligent, but they be on some other like I don't got time for that. Like that shit is a lot. Well, it's not a lot, but it'd be more so just the wordings and stuff. Like I don't got time for that. But they're good. They're good at what they do, so I know it's legit. So the reason why I don't pay too much attention to guys because a lot of people look at gaps and be like, "Oh, it has to come there." I know gaps could take weeks, months, years to fill, so I try not to pay too much attention to them. But when there's gaps like this right here, close to the current price, then I'll pay attention to them. But the gaps down here, we don't got to fill this. We don't have to, or at least for now, we don't have to fill it. So Devin looks good. EOG, EOG looks good. I like EOG. We're above the 200 now. It's just the weekly probably needs work. Yeah. So it's just the weekly now. I like it. I like how it's setting up here. Um so ooh, I guess I was parched.